Welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're going to do the mid-month energy check-in for the middle of October for the collective, and it's going to cover the time of October 15th through 31st of 2025. So let's see what's happening here for the collective energetically for the middle of October, and it's going to cover, those last 2 weeks of October, to see if there's any, changes from the beginning of the month. And just do a little energy check-in. So let's see what's going on for the collective. As always, please hit that like button so this video will go out to people that need to see it, that need to see the information in it. And I appreciate it if you would do that. And also, please hit the subscribe button so that you get future videos I put out. I always do a monthly and mid-monthly reading for the collective, and then I do it for the elements as well. So let's see what's going on. And as always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Some of it might resonate with you and some of it might not, because there'll be a lot of people watching it, and it's for the general collective. So let's see. What is going to be the energy for the collective from October 15th through 31st, 2025? What's going to be the energy for the collective from October 15th to October 31st, 2025? Okay. I have to apologize for my voice. I'm getting over a cold and I'm still having issues, a little bit of runny nose still, throats, my voice is messed up. So it's slowly getting better, but I had to wait a couple days before I could do these videos so I could talk again, because my voice, I was squeaking like a mouse for a while. So now I'm at least not squeaking anymore. So that's an improvement. We've got the Nine of Cups. We got the Temperance, the Empress, Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Now, I also want to let you know that on Tuesday, in 2 days, the element reading will be coming out for the middle month energy check-in. So that's coming out. Just want to let you know. So as a collective going into the middle of October, we're looking in some pretty good energy. We're, looking pretty good right now in the Empress energy. So, and the Empress is, she's very, loving and nurturing, and she has all the attributes of the four queens, that we have in tarot, and she has all those attributes to those queens. And one thing that really strikes me about it is she's confident, but she's also very loving. So she's wise, confident, loving, has her stuff together. She's got her life together. She's got herself together. She knows what she's doing. She's in a good place with herself. And I feel like as a collective, that's where we are coming into the middle of October. Now, I know the last couple months we've had a lot of really intense energy that's been hitting. And I mean, I know I've been feeling it, and I've been hearing other people have been feeling it. So it's been pretty intense the last couple months. But I feel like all that energy that we've been getting hit with has been helping us to get into this Empress energy. It's kind of like it's helping us to get higher vibrational and higher consciousness, and kind of get into this good place of being the Empress. It's helped us get into that energy. So currently, as a collective, it's like we're getting what we wish. It's coming in. And I feel like it hasn't come in yet, but as a collective, we're thinking about what we want, what our wish is as a global collective. What do we want? What do we want the earth to be? How do we want things to be? So it's kind of like we have our wish list, or things that we're wishing for, things that we would like to have happen. And I feel like I'm hearing that we've been, thinking about them, writing down a list, and I see somebody actually writing down a list. But it's like the old, the pen and paper from like hundreds of years ago, when it's like a quill. That's what I'm seeing, a quill. And I'm hearing thinking about what we want, what we wish. So in a situation for us, the divine is definitely helping us. And, I just love this card. You got the little sun back here. It's all happy. And it's just, we've got, flowers over here. So this, we definitely got divine timing. This is the temperance card. We definitely have divine timing coming in. And it's like, this, we have in our mind what we want. And I feel it's also developing in our consciousness. So it's like we're thinking about it, but consciously as a collective, it's like we're bringing it more into our consciousness about what we want. We're thinking more about these things on a conscious level, and it's like we're working on it in our mind with our consciousness. And the divine is definitely helping this process, and everything's happening in divine timing. And it may seem like some of this is dragging out or it's taking a long time for us to shift up, but there's a process to it. And just remember that the divine is in charge, and everything has to happen in a certain way and a certain process and a certain timing. So just be, even when it feels like things are kind of stagnant or it's like moving really slow, if there's a reason for it. Like certain things have to happen before other things can happen. And just remember, like, we're not consciously aware of everything that's going on, but the divine is. So there's things going on behind the scenes that we don't even know about yet that hasn't really come out. And I feel like we're going to get a lot more of that truth and information coming out over the next couple months. But there's a lot that's been going on that we don't know about, that the divine is that's part of the plan that's happening. So everything's happening as it's meant to. And we just have to trust in that, and just trust that that is the case. Because like I said, there's things going on that we don't know about. But we definitely have help going on from off-worlders, space boys, space races, benevolent space boys, galactics and angels, and all those kind of higher dimensional beings. We are definitely getting help from them. And they're working with the divine on this plan. Like they are working with him on the plan. They're working with this plan. They are part of it. And they know, it's like, divine knows what we want, what our wish is, what kind of earth we want to live in, what kind of society we want to live in, how we want things to change, what we want to let go of and what we need to change and bring in for the better. Like he knows that. He knows what we're thinking and what we want. And as our consciousness lifts and gets higher and our vibration gets higher, this enlightenment will come more and more to us in our mind of what we want and how we want things to be. So it could be like things you've never thought about 20 years ago. Now these things are coming into your mind. These ideas are coming into your mind because the timing is right. Divine timing is coming in, and things are happening as they're unfolding as they're meant to. And we're meant to have these ideas now. We're meant to think on a deeper level about these things at this time because these changes are coming in divine timing as they're meant to. And the atmosphere is we're definitely leaving behind things that no longer serve us. So you see this little woman and child, and she's in this little boat, and they've got choppy water here, right here. And then you got, nice water over here. So they're going from the choppy water. So they're going from rough times or something stressful, rough times, to much smoother sailing. So we're leaving the hard stuff behind. We're leaving the rough stuff behind, and we're going into calmer waters as a collective. And that's great because it goes along with, what we want. And these are all our cards. These are our current energetic cards right now for current energy. So this all is great because it's like it's going back to, thinking about what we want, where our consciousness and vibration is, leaving stuff behind that no longer serves us. And it could be relationships, old systems, old beliefs, things that have been going on, like beliefs and systems that have been on the planet for thousands of years, are now going away, right? We're leaving that all behind. Or even if it's, beliefs and systems from hundreds of years, we're leaving all behind because it no longer serves us because it's not what we want. It's not where we're going. It's not where we're going as a collective because the divine's helping us to get to that higher level of consciousness. And that means a higher level of society. So these beliefs and roles and structures and systems that have been holding us back, that are lower vibrational, they're not going to fly in the higher vibrational world. So we have to get them behind us. We have to leave them behind and go into what we want, which is that higher loving vibrational world, that higher level of systems, and that's meant for the good of humanity, that's meant, full of unconditional love. That's what we want, and that's what's coming in through divine guidance and timing. So we're leaving all the old stuff behind that no longer serves us. And it also could be in your personal life too, like leaving behind relationships, jobs, or situations that no longer serve you. So this could also be on a personal level. But looking into the near future, um we're coming to the end of that cycle, and this card is just so sad. I mean, because you look, has all those swords in his back, like that guy, he's just not going anywhere. See him laying there. It's this rough card, but we're surrendering to the change, and it's like we're coming to the end of this cycle. So remember, we're letting go of these things that no longer serve us as a collective, that are low vibrational, right? They're not where we're going, and they're holding us back. So we have to let them go. So we're letting them go, and we're surrendering to the new world that's coming in. We're surrendering to the change. And this is going to be hard for some people. It's going to be really hard. I mean, when you think about the systems, beliefs, organizations, everything that you've always known for, decades, everything we've always known our whole life, if it suddenly changes to something different, a whole new way of doing things, we're surrendering to that change, and that cycle's ending. That cycle, from the past, that those things that used to keep us in that lower vibrational energy, or keep us, kind of like an anchor and hold us back. Those things are going away. We're ending that cycle. So, but it might be like, what I'm saying is, it might be hard for some people to make that shift, because it's like you have to kind of let go of all those old beliefs and everything you thought you knew, and the way of doing things. If it changes dramatically, it might be hard for some people to process that. But that's going to be in the near future. But what the advice is, and this is really interesting, this is what I got for advice from the universe. So it's like we've got both, and I'm going to pull two more cards because I just want a little bit more information. But it definitely lots of love. You see, we got lots of love here. So you got Cup here. So you got Page, but you also have the Knight of Cups, which is interesting that they both came out. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for love, a lot of offering for love. And it's like, what I feel is, what I'm hearing is, it's baby steps for humanity. So we've been conditioned and indoctrinated to basically not follow our heart, and use only that ego mind, and not think about our emotions, and not think about love, and not, follow our heart for what we want to do. And I feel like humanity's been kind of like programmed to stay away from that, and indoctrinated to stay away from that. But I feel like that's changing. And baby steps is what I was hearing. And it's like, taking baby steps with this Page, and then going into a Knight. So this is the time where humanity is going to be, you know, getting more in touch with their emotions, more in touch with their heart chakra, and allowing that heart chakra grow and get more in touch with that. And instead of following your logical ego mind all the time, following your heart, listening to your heart, following your heart, and letting your heart grow, and go again, allowing yourself to follow your heart, allowing yourself to, move into the path of unconditional love. But it's like, because we've been so indoctrinated to ignore that and not follow our heart, we have to do it in baby steps as a collective. We have to take it in like little steps at a time. We just can't jump, from, nothing to all of a sudden we have a wide open heart chakra and all that. We have to kind of basically, be baby steps about it. So let me get two more clarifiers on this, because I just want to get a little more information. So, okay, Wither, give me two clarifiers, please, for advice for the collective for the middle of the month, October 15th through 31st. Okay, right here. Yeah, yeah. It's just so, so I already had these cards, right, that I already pulled out as advice, and and then I pull out these to add to it. So as clarifiers, and right there, that's what humanity's been dealing with. for, eons of time, thousands of years, like that lower vibrational energy, that lower vibrational systems and beliefs and structure and society rules and everything designed in that lower vibrational energy to basically hold humanity back and keep us in this negative low vibrational energy. But what's interesting is I also got this. So I feel like as a collective, we're going to be making baby steps. So we're going to go from the page to the knight to the queen. And this time that we're in right now, and this of course isn't going to be just for the middle of the month to the end of the month of October. Like I feel like this is going to be going on for the next couple years, but it's going to be a gradual, from that page level to knight to queen of following our heart and learning to tap into our heart. Because if we've never been allowed to allow our, to have emotions and process emotions like health in a healthy way, we've never been allowed to really follow our heart or open our heart chakra and know what unconditional love is. We have to have baby steps so that we can learn how to actually do that in a good, healthy way because it's something we don't know about that we've never been exposed to. So it's like we're getting out of this negative energy that I was talking about, and we're going into a much better place. And of course, the divine is helping us through this whole process. Like this is all divinely guided and happening on purpose because you think about it, the divine is all about unconditional love. And he wants us to get into that heart chakra. He wants us to feel that love and joy and happiness that, unconditional love brings. He wants us to have those experiences. And so he's orchestrating us to have those experiences and to feel that. And he's behind the plan. Everything's happening as planned. But I feel like we are going to take baby steps, but I feel like, in time we'll get more to the queen level. Like I feel like we're back here at the page right now taking the baby steps. But as time goes on, we're going to get bigger heart chakra activation, bigger love. And it's, and it, like I said, it might take a couple years. I'm feeling like by this time next year, we'll definitely be more in the knight going into the queen level, where heart chakra, where we feel, getting in touch with our heart. But this could be a whole new, process. I mean, I just know probably most people I know, we were basically taught and conditioned to follow our logical mind, to follow our ego mind, because that was the type of world that was set up, and the systems are set up that way, because they're lower vibrational. But that's not going to work anymore in the new earth. And as we go into the higher dimensional earth, that's not going to work anymore. So we definitely need to open that heart chakra. So it's definitely going to be a process. But this is really exciting. Like, and I've been seeing this coming like in the last couple months, like a lot of heart chakra activation, a lot of energy coming that way. But I feel like October is going to be a big month for energy. And things are going to happen in October that's really going to push us into that higher vibrational energy. It's like it's been building for months. But I feel like in October, it's really going to be like poof, it's going to really push us out. And I've been seeing that, in the readings. I feel like it's going to be a big jump in October, especially by the end of the year. But I'm thinking October is going to be kind of like the tipping point or like a threshold. We're going to reach a threshold and then it's going to really jump us up in October. And then I'm thinking like November, December, it'll continue to grow, but it's going to be a huge step up to help get us out of this energy. Because, the time for this stuff is long gone. And we need to put that all behind us as a collective. So that's where we're going, is into a much better place with that heart chakra. So really exciting reading. This is great. And it just follows in line with what I've been feeling energetically, but also, what I've been seeing in the other readings I've been doing. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.